Hey folks, Valentin the Mad here, and today we'll be comparing Euphoria mods in GTA 5. The mods are RAGEuphoria by bravercoolio and Curator20, Base Dragon's Euphoria Ragdoll Overhaul, and Realistic Euphoria Reactions by ChrisPy. Unlike blood mods, this one is a bit trickier to compare directly, so what I have here is 8 tests, 3 takes for each one on each mod, and I do have gameplay footage at the end as well, so you can see the mods work in a real quote-unquote situation. For the latter, I've been using the Riot Chaos mod, which is basically just non-stop action. I will have it linked in the description as well. Now, let's get right into it. We begin with vanilla game just to see the baseline effects, see the foundation, and first test is just shots to the center of mass. Basically what we have here is just the character losing balance and falling. And yeah, it can be only a no cover, not a one-hit kill in that area every time. Second test is the headshot. What we have here is the insta-fall, which is the realistic response. Third test is a shotgun. That has just more of a push knockdown effect. Fourth test is a mech dump. Fifth one is an explosive kill. As you can see, there is a bit of a tensing up, perhaps a little bit of a wiggle, which is more fun than just a completely limp ragdoll. Not a whole lot, as you can see, but it is kind of there. This one is kind of a medium high speed car impact. While it is pretty mild, it actually isn't, once again, entirely limp. Next one is interaction with the environment. As you can see, there is a solid fun baseline here, and as you'll see later, the mod just push it, basically dial up that response to 11. Alright, last one is the fall test, and I think it might be my favorite one. As you can see, we have very dedicated test subjects. As you will see later in the video, the physics configurations do actually make a very big difference in this one. In conclusion, the response here is basic. You shoot them, they lose balance and fall, and for the headshots you have lights out, for the AR2. But you do have the base mechanics of Euphoria, they are well polished, you have interactions with the environment, and that will very much deliver fun moments. Alright, going to our first mod, RAGEuphoria. As you can immediately see, we have more stumbling here. Second test. As you can see, we just have lights out, but there is a chance of convulsions. And I haven't seen a difference between forehead shots or face shots. And here is the shotgun test. Next up is the mech dump, and we have something very cool here. So, if the final hit, the HP goes below 0, the so-called fatal hit, was in the stomach area, you basically have the character move his style, stumble around for as long as you keep mech dumping him. And that isn't the case if the fatal hit was in the chest. And here is some explosives. Alright, medium-high car impact, and the response here is a little bit more limp than we have in vanilla. Environment interaction test, and the response, as you can see, is definitely more dramatic. As you can see, we have a feature of a chance to activate a lengthy tensing up. I think it is quite cool. Now, enjoy the flow test. Alright, so in this one stumbling is much more of a factor and that will make the results be a lot more fun. That and the more dramatic environment interactions, and yeah, you have more of a chance of fun physics stuff happening. Now the headshots are weird. As you saw for pistol, you just have the character lights out and there is a chance of some spasms, but when you're using the AR, pretty much every time you'll get a delayed fall, and that can be kind of overdone. While it isn't realistic, it can deliver fun results, but I think it should be mixed in with the immediate drop and actually be the response that is a little more rare, so when it does happen, it would have more of an impact. Also, I do want to know that on a low-medium speed impact by a car, characters can grab onto it. Issue is that they seem to be able to grab and hold onto just about any part of it. In the bottom line, it isn't gonna be as polished as vanilla, it isn't always gonna look right, but as I mentioned, with the features we have here, there's more of a chance of seeing a fun outcome happen. A way to support the channel is the Biela Koninka artwork store. The art is by my mom, I'm handling the fulfillment, and the featured painting today is the artwork for my track Sandstorm, currently playing in the background. Technically, my first music project merch, but more than anything it is a cool painting. We have prints, mugs, and now we are making a two-sized posters as well, which in inches would be about 16.5 to 23.4, and those came out very nicely. So that is a way to support the channel and get something directly from me. The links are in the pinned comment and in the description. Next one is Space Dragon's Euphoria Ragdoll Overhaul. In the center of mass test we have here also more stumbling. Second test, the headshots, and using the pistol it is also an almost insta-kill. Now we have the shotgun. As for the mag dump, as far as I saw, don't have the standing while being mag dumped into response. What we see in this clip is also a lengthy tensing up. It kind of goes here from demonic possession to actually looking pretty damn good, so yeah, I do very much dig it. The question in this one is, can you fly, Bobby? And the answer appears to be very much yes, he is part human, part rocket. In this mod they get launched much higher, much further, and yeah, fun stuff. As for the car impacts, at this speed you get, I think, just an entirely limp Ragdoll. As for the environment interactions, seems to be based on what you have in vanilla, but dialed up to about 20, not even 11, as you'll see in the follow-up clips. And here we have our other test subjects. As I mentioned, dialed up to 20. Lastly, the flow test. As for this one, the direction is largely very similar to RAGEuphoria. A lot more stumbling, and as you saw when it comes to interacting with the environment, the response is mildly exaggerated. And not just here, we have that with the headshots too. So, once again, in the test for the pistol they basically drop, but when using the AR, it can be a little too much. As for the cars, didn't have them be quite as limp in the gameplay, but that is probably due to the lower speed of impact. I should note that there is a feature of holding onto cars here as well, but it is much more brief than what we have in RAGEuphoria. By the way, the fall test was actually a late addition. I was filming gameplay and this moment that just came up basically made me realize I need a fall test too. And lastly we have realistic Euphoria reactions by ChrisPy. As the title suggests, it is going for more realistic kind of reactions. So, won't be quite as flashy as the other mods, but it doesn't actually cancel out the stumbling, as you can see. Headshots are a drop, but there is also the factor of the hand going towards the head. Had it happen on every single pistol to head test. Here is the shotgun. Now the mag dump to really assure he won't get up. Now the RPG test. Now we have the car impact. And now the environment interaction. So in this one, I tried a few times and he basically insisted on falling forwards every time. So I changed it up and there is not a great deal of interaction with the environment. He isn't trying to hold onto anything. It definitely can be done realistically, but would probably require new animations, which would make it much more complex of a project. Last one is of course the fall test. So I was going over those, I reviewed the rest of the footage and I think this one's actually my favorite for this test. Keep in mind it was a really fun test to make, so I did a whole lot more takes for each mod than you see here and chose the 3 most entertaining ones for the showcase, and this one, in my opinion, by far takes the cake. So, as I mentioned, the direction here is pretty clear. A more realistic leaning response, so it won't be as flashy as the other mods or even the vanilla game. If you're looking for that, I think it is a fine option. I had some moments that looked seriously good. But I do have a few points of feedback. This mod could use a lengthy, tensing up, wiggling response like you have in the other mods. I think some variation of that would have been very appropriate with the direction we have here. There is a response where the character looks as if he was almost briefly tased. Now it can look right at times, but often it seems a little odd and it is somewhat overused, especially for the AR, as far as I saw. That is it for this one. Do let me know what you think, which was your favorite and which mods perhaps should I do in a follow-up. If you've enjoyed it, do share the video around and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.